sitting down playing your game? Can't you do anything else? And until then, I always said, it's fun. I meet people online. But every time I say that, he comes back and says, Macalister, this is not a good reason. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you feel the same way? How many of you think gaming is a waste of time? Can I see a show of hands?
It's a waste of time.
How many of you think gaming is bad for society? It's not productive at all. Raise a hand. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Tonight I'll be explaining why gaming as a whole can benefit you or it can benefit society as a whole. I'll be talking about three main points. In my first point, I'll be talking about how it benefits your mentality. My second point is how it benefits you physically, and the last one is how it benefits the world. Now moving on to my first point, how it helps you mentally. Recently in 2014, there was a study conducted by the Planck Institute in Germany. Max Planck Institute in Germany, and they concluded that playing video games for 30 minutes for the past 2 months can increase the amount of grey matter in your right hippocampus, in your right frontal cortex, and your cerebellum. For those who don't study biology, such as myself, in short terms, it basically means we have better fine motor skills, we have increased decision making, we can make decisions faster and have better strategic planning. What does this really boil down to? Well, let's take a look at a few of them, such as faster decision making. Well, of course, with faster decision making, we can choose where to eat faster, right? But on a more serious note, when accidents might happen because of this faster decision making. Now that's for us. How about for children and old people? I mean, gaming for children is considered bad. We shouldn't let kids play games at all. But let's go back to how it improves your fine motor skills, how it improves your strategic planning. Fine motor skills is defined as simply eye and hand coordination, or keeping your attention span. For children, this is very important when they're going to school. They sit in class, they're young. What makes you think they want to focus to the teacher? What makes you think they're focused to the lesson? Gaming, when kids play games and they increase their attention span, that means their attention span to everything else can also be increased. For old people, it's also the same. A study done by the University of Cambridge recently discovered that people towards older age who play games are less likely to suffer from Alzheimer's disease. Now put that into perspective, how bad is Alzheimer's disease? Well, think of your grandmother always forgetting who you are and going through that trauma all the time. So if they are playing video games, basically you are helping them reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease in the long run. But that's my first point. The second point, how does it keep your body active? There's a few games out there such as Xbox Kinect, Wii Fit, that all rely on a few different technologies, and those are motion capture. Now we all know gaming, traditionally you sit down at the computer, you sit down on the sofa, you sit down anywhere and you just play a game. You're not moving your body, and this is one of the backlashes that gaming has gotten. You get really obese or you're not healthy. But with all these improved technology in terms of motion capture, in terms of game implementation, we have games such as Dance Central, we have games such as The Biggest Loser, Ultimate Workout. Games like this that asks you to move your body, that captures the motion of your body. The question now comes, why play this game when you can just go exercise out at the gym? But there's three main reasons for this. One, you have to go to the gym. Imagine yourself tired from a long day at work, and then you want to be fit, but you have to go to the gym. You're tired, you're stressed from work, and then you have to get clothes, you go to the gym, and you're so tiring. This eliminates all of that. You just do it from the comfort of your home. Another reason why instead of going to the gym, yes, you're at home. It's comfort, but what else does it mean? It means you spend time with your family. It's a fun way to exercise. When's the last time you see people go to the gym and be like, yes, I want to exercise, or come on, let's lift dumbbells? No. No, it's not for everyone. Some people want to work out, but they want it to be fun. That's why you have things such as Zumba, where you have to go out and pay for super. You have to always go out and be proactive in doing it. But with games like this, you can do it from the comfort of your home. You don't need to go out. You can do it with your friends. You can bond with a lot of people. So that's just a small part for you, mentally and physically. But how about the world? People say gaming is ridiculous, it's not productive for society, degrades society. But how many of you actually know what gaming has done in terms of our advancement of technology? Let me take you back to the early 1990s when gaming was on the rise. This was when games was moving from 2D models to 3D models. And this sparked a new industry, a new company to start providing more hardware, more instruments for us to be able to run all these demanding graphics. Now, one good example of this is James Cameron. Anyone remember watching Avatar?
Yes.
Yep.
Imagine how amazing the CGI was.
Yeah, that was true.
Did you know James Cameron had to wait 10 years, 10 long years for him to make this movie? Do you know why? Because he wanted technology to catch up to be able to give that kind of spectacle. It was between the 1990s and 2008, before Avatar came out, when gaming was on the rise and you had all these different graphics cards, all these different companies trying to push the performance of graphics. And every time they pushed the performance of graphics, it wasn't for new movies, it wasn't for CGI, it was always to cater to all gamers. So gamers, in a sense, have pushed us to have the technology to enjoy CGI. Now, can you imagine a world where Marvel movies kind of suck? They don't look realistic? Can you? No, right? So all of this, all this gaming, all this graphical performance, it's all because all these companies were trying to cater to gamers and how they wanted to have better graphics, better performance. But it not only pushes in the movie industry. How many of you here have those new MacBook, new iMac, new laptops? How many of you like to be productive with all these machines? All your production, make it video editing, photo editing, it all requires graphics cards. And all these graphics cards only became more powerful because there was a need for games to run more powerful. In essence, the need for games to be powerful for gamers to play video games has leaked out into all these other smaller industries. So if you want to look 20 years from now, how are you going to experience all these realistic animations, how you want to experience better visuals, all your 4K displays? It's all because of the graphics card that runs it, and all these graphic cards that run it are persuaded by gamers. Yes, gaming, if it's not moderated, if you always game and you don't take time to do anything else, it can be bad. But all these other benefits, how it helps you improve your mental ability, how it improves your physical ability, how it advances technology, cannot be ignored. And I believe that with all these, gaming is surely beneficial to you in moderation. And everyone should at least pick up one small game if you want to improve your mental ability, if you want to have fun with your friends and be more physical, and if you want to enjoy all the advancements in technology in terms of graphics. Back to you now.